and I still hear the scratching on my bedroom wall every night. My name is Aaliyah. I'm 14, and until last year, I lived in a small apartment on the third floor of a gray, peeling building at the edge of town. The kind of place where the paint on the stair railings flakes off like dry skin, and every hallway light flickers just enough to make you uneasy. My room was the smallest in the apartment, a narrow bed pushed against a cracked wall, a wobbly wooden desk, and a single window facing the empty parking lot below. I always kept my curtains half open because I hated the way the darkness pressed against the glass. I always thought my life was normal boring, even until the night everything changed. It started with a smell, a damp, earthy smell, like wet soil dragged in on old boots. I woke up at around 2:17 a.m. with my nose stinging. My room was cold, colder than it had ever been, and I could see my breath float like pale smoke in the dark. At first, I thought maybe the window was open, but it was locked tight. Then I heard it, a soft, slow scratching, right behind my bed, inside the wall. Not fast, not chaotic, just one scrape, then silence. Another scrape, then silence, like something was trying to find its way out. I froze. I didn't even breathe for a full minute. My throat tightened until tears filled my eyes. You know, when you're so scared you can hear your own heartbeat in your ears. That was me. I pressed my hand against the wall. It felt colder than the rest of the room. I pulled my hand away instantly. The scratching continued. That night, I slept with the hallway light spilling through the crack in my door, staring at the wall until sunrise. When my mom left for work that morning, I dragged my desk to the middle of the room and knelt in front of the wall. There was a faint, discolored patch darker than the rest of the plaster. If I looked closely, it almost looked like something had been pushing outward. For the next few days, the scratching came back around the same time, always after 2 a.m., always behind the wall. I stopped sleeping. My grades dropped. My eyes stayed red and swollen. My mom thought I was just stressed, but I knew the truth. Something was awake in there. One night, during a storm, the power went out in the entire building. The darkness swallowed my room, leaving only the faint glow of lightning leaking through the window. And then the smell returned, stronger, rotten, moist. I felt the hairs on my arms rise. The scratching started again, but this time it was faster. Desperate. Scrape, 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 scrape. I backed up until my spine hit my desk chair. Lightning flashed, and for a split second, the dark patch on the wall bulged inward, like something was pushing from the other side. I screamed, but no one heard me. Not over the storm. Not in that old, forgotten building. The wall cracked. A thin line, jagged like a claw mark, split the plaster from top to bottom. Dust rained down. I stumbled backward, my hands shaking so hard I dropped my phone. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't move. Something slid through the crack. Not a hand, not exactly, more like a pale, bony shape, long and narrow, with joints bending the wrong direction. It felt the air, searching. When it touched my floor, I swear the temperature dropped 5 more degrees. The storm lightning lit up my room again, and in that flash, I saw an eye staring at me through the crack in the wall. Wide, black, wet, unblinking. I screamed again, louder this time. My mom burst into the room seconds later with a flashlight. And just like that, it was gone. The crack was still there, but the thing, the hand, the eye, all gone, like it had slipped back into the wall. The landlord patched the wall the next day, pretending it was water damage. We moved out a week later. I'm 15 now. We live in a different apartment. Brighter, cleaner, quieter. But sometimes, on nights when I can't sleep, I swear I still smell that damp soil. And once, only once, I heard the faintest little scratch beneath my new bedroom floor. Just one scratch, then silence. If you're listening to this right now, just promise me one thing. If you ever hear scratching inside your walls, don't ignore it. Some things aren't trying to get out. Some things are waiting for the right moment to come in.